Welcome back to Marketing Champions here on Daily Ad Brief. I'm Howard Walpuff, your host. Again, we're talking about marketing with marketing experts from around the country. Today, we're in Raleigh, North Carolina with Bill Harper from wmHarper. And Bill, welcome to our conversation today.
Howard, thanks so much for having me.
Well, thank you so much for being here. We're excited to learn a lot more about you. So why don't you start by sharing with us how you got started in the marketing industry?
So I came out of college really focused on the idea of growing companies and wanted to figure out a way to make that my livelihood. And I fell in love with marketing primarily because it was a blend of a number of different disciplines that I really enjoyed. I enjoyed theater, I enjoyed creativity, I enjoyed creative writing, and I really had a knack for business development. And putting those things together, marketing really gave me the opportunity to bring all of that into one discipline.
Well, it really is an exciting concept to come right out of school and trying to accomplish, and marketing really does tie all the pieces into it. So how did you evolve from there to obviously starting your own agency and really thriving in the way you are right now?
Yeah, so WMH is really, that's our fourth agency. I cut my teeth at DMB&B's flagship office down in St. Louis on the big accounts that everybody sort of gets excited about when you come out of college, right? I mean, there was Anheuser-Busch and there was Blockbuster, then music and video, and it was 100 offices in 52 countries and all that fun stuff. But what I realized as I was working in my career was that those larger companies had really already achieved a lot of the level of success that they wanted. And what really got me excited was helping companies that had a lot of potential figure that out. So as I progressed in my career, I found myself in smaller and smaller groups that had greater and greater influence on those leadership teams. And so by the time, we were working on Denny's, for example, the team that handled Denny's was about 20 people. And it was really interesting to watch the impact that a small group could have on the development of a business. And I extrapolated that then out as I moved forward into my own agencies that all focused on helping those companies that really were aggressive and interested in aggressive growth find a path to doing that by using marketing as a tool. And most businesses really don't have that. I mean, if you take a look at the repetition across marketing in almost every category, and then you consider the impact that someone like a Geico has had on the insurance industry and so forth, that kind of impact is what we're seeking to help businesses make by adding a strategic, storytelling focused marketing strategy to their mix.
Well, it really is a great background to really evolve from, but also bring all that knowledge to your clients now and help these smaller companies get to those levels of I guess, what Blockbuster used to be. When you're starting up with a client, what kind of conversations you're having with them to figure out exactly what their story is and how best to share it?
So you can't assume your way into a story. Research is a huge part of strategy, and being able to discern the salient points out of that in terms of opportunity is critical to being successful in it. So we're a lot, as far as the process goes, we're very much about taking the guesswork out of marketing and making sure that we've done the appropriate consumer insights work and distillation of that data to understand where we're trying to go with that. So our initial conversations are all around, certainly tell us what you believe about the brand to this point, but then let's also go find out what people aren't telling you about the category and the brand and how you want to use that information to discern a clear path forward. The other big aspect of it is simplification. A lot of businesses try very hard to be all things to all people, but when you take a look at the brands that are most successful, you've got Volvo is equated to safety, and Mercedes-Benz is equated to luxury. And if you want to save the world one gas tank at a time, you're over at the Prius lot. If you think about the fact that these brands have really identified with a single concept, and then that helps people to self-select into that brand, that's a lot of where they're getting that traction. And that's sort of a foreign concept of businesses that say, yeah, we're good for this group, but we're also good here, and we're good here, and we're good here. And that's actually hurting them, and they don't realize it. So the development of story is really about understanding where those highest psychographic values exist and tying that back into something that benefits the growth of the company, because that's something that they already are capable of achieving. That's kind of like drinking water from a fire hydrant, isn't it?
It absolutely is, but at least if you have the right person holding the hose and understanding where the water is supposed to go, it really helps the clients in getting their point across and getting the right messaging out there. So, Bill, we thank you so much for joining us and for sharing everything that's going on at WMH, and really thank you for all the insight that you shared.
I appreciate the opportunity. Thanks again.
And thank you all for joining us as well. I can't stress enough how important it is to have a really strong agency behind you when it comes to really getting your story out, planning the right type of marketing mix for your company to get the strongest effects for what results you're looking for. There's a lot of great information here about WMH, and please check that out. But go and have a great rest of today, and see you next time on Marketing Champions.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.